Hello, fellow tappers. It's ElloArfur here, and today I'm coming back for the Christmas Designs competition that I hosted in the Simpsons Tapped Out Lounge Discord server. And yes, today is going to be the result of the competition. And so obviously the prizes up for grabs are 3,000 donuts for the winner and 1,500 donuts for the runner-up. So we've got a lot of designs to go through today, and I do have the results. And so I have been very kindly helped by masturbator, who has given a result out of 10, and I've also given a score out of 10. And together we have collectively came up with the scores out of 20. So here we go. So let's get into it. So the first one submitted was from Bought Place, who was given 13.3 actually. And so the really good aspects of this design, I love all of the different billboards, and I think we really like the different billboards. And there was some really cool uh, update content. However, there wasn't actually many. There wasn't really much of a boundary to the area, and so it was just marked by a road. And maybe perhaps there could have been more detail in the design, as the buildings do feel a bit scattered, and perhaps could be organised in a slightly different way. And maybe also maybe using some fence or some trees just to maybe use up some of that space as well. Would have made that design a little bit better. But I do love the parking area at the front, and then having all the things behind the billboards, which acts as a bit of a boundary as well. So overall, a really, really nice attempt. So thank you to Bought Plays, and remember to check out Bought Plays' channel, and the link to his channel is in the description box below. And he's an awesome tapped out tuber, and I would strongly advise checking out his content. So on to the next one. I have vixxr from the Discord server. And so we've got a really, really nice design here from vixxr. And just really like it. And I especially like all the trees and how this design is set on like a dirt area. And I do love that statue with the hedges around and the flowers. It's kind of a North Pole area. So we've got obviously the North Pole area, we've got the Land of Chocolate Chapel, we've got the pumpkin carriage, we've got Santa's house around the back, and Santa's village as well. So we do like this very small area of buildings. And I think the trees look really nice, and I think it's a nice, really nice creative forest Christmas design. It looks really great, and it's really unusual. So overall, really good. I think what would perhaps give this design a higher score would be maybe to include more content with the design, as this design doesn't actually incorporate many Christmas themed decorations and buildings in it. But overall, Vader and I decided to give vixxr a score of 15.7. So congratulations, that is a pretty nice score. So on to the next one. So the next one was from darkfangbravo from the Discord server, with another really nice entry. I love this ice themed area, and it's quite literally ice themed. We've got all sorts of interesting different decorations and things. So we've got the statues, we've got a bit of an ice rink with the ice tiles. Yeah, we've got all the different statues and everything. It's pretty cool. So there's a lot of content, and I do like how the ice cubes might have like a little boundary to this area. So it's got its own little section. However, I do think that some of the decorations are slightly randomly placed. And maybe Doc Van Bravo could have perhaps used some more trees or something, um, or maybe incorporated it with other content to just make it a little bit more. I don't know, maybe a bit more nature perhaps. But there's quite a lot of gaps in the design. But yeah, other than that, it's got some really nice bits in it. So overall, I think we Motivator and I have given this one a score of 15.2. So there we go. So on to the next one. So this one was from Hobbs18 from the Discord server. So yes, what I really like about this one is how we've got the sleighs out the front, and yeah, I really really like that. So yeah, sleighs out the front and the igloo mansion and everything. It's got different themed areas, and I love the idea of having the pagan winter carnival kind of gateway or sign, and then leading onto this kind of dirt area, the Christmas themed area, which is really creative considering that it's quite typical for people to just have snow in their design. So that was really nicely done. So I really like that. And so this is the other bit, the designs. We've got Santa's castle in the middle, which is really cool, and the statues around Santa's castle. So that's really well done. Yeah. So this design was given a score of 15.4 by Master Vader and I. So yeah, and I guess maybe to perhaps improve, it could maybe use some more trees around it and maybe have a particular boundary because at the moment it doesn't. Yeah, and maybe perhaps, yeah, I think maybe adding some more detail in the designs and yeah, and a boundary as well. So overall, pretty nice design and yeah, really creative. So there we go. So thanks to Hobbs18 for that one. And I do like the Bagger Hunter reindeer under ridge at the top. That's probably one of my favourite areas with the Snakey and Rudolph. So overall, really good job there. So next up, we have a chesnik with a really, really nice Christmas design. So here we go. We've got all the carolers around, so it's like a kind of whole area, and the trees kind of do mark a nice boundary to this design. There's a lot of detail and lots of Christmas content in this. So overall, a really good job. And it's kind of area where I feel like in real life, if you could just walk around, and yeah, you'd be interested in all sorts of different things. You'd have a lot to do. And as you can see, they've incorporated so much Christmas content from the mystery box, and yeah, so it just looks really, really awesome. Wait, no, that's going on to the next one. But yes, this is these two. And so overall, Master Vader and I decided to give Chesnik a total score of 16.7. So a really, really nice design, and yeah, really great job. So there we go. Really great job from Chesnik. So on to the next one. So the next one was sent in by irek, who Master Vader and I gave a score of 16.1. And this was basically because we love the use of the pavement pathway leading around, so it goes into different areas. And like for example, where it leads up to the Gnome in the Home Dome, perfectly. Look at that, how it fits in really nice, leading up to that area, and how it goes around, leading to all these different buildings and everything. It does look really cool, and despite it being a small design, I think it's really detailed with the bits that it has, and it's got a bit of a boundary with the pink wall down the side. And yeah, I do love how the walkway, it's got people on, and it looks very lively. So really well done there. And I think to get a higher score, I think maybe perhaps remove the Radioactive Man movie scene, as yeah, it doesn't quite. It's not probably one of the best boundaries for this design, but overall, the actual design itself in this little area is really cool. So, congratulations. That was a really nice one. There we are. So, moving on to the next one, and this design was submitted by Callaway. Yes, so this is a really amazing design, if I'm honest. Yeah, so Master Vader and I really like this. We've got a kind of mystery, like a forest of Christmas areas, and we've got different areas within it. So we've got Santa's village, got the North Pole, and all these buildings within like a forest. It's like a whole Christmas forest. different areas. We've got Santa's castle and a kind of pagan area. And then, yeah, we've got some booths in the forest. We've got the train. We've got some presents. I just love the idea of having a Christmas forest. So overall, it's really creative. It's got a great boundary. And yeah, it's got some really detailed, it's a really detailed design, which I really, really like. So yes, overall, Master Vader and I gave this a score of 17.7. Of 17.7, yeah. So overall, I mean, this was a really nice one. We really liked this one because it was creative, and even just the little things like the North Pole sign at the front and the Krusty Burger truck, and yeah, the different areas within the forest. Yeah, it's just really cool and really well thought out. And there's like pathways going to all the different buildings in the forest and different attractions. Yes, overall, the design is really well laid out. Yeah, a really fantastic job on that one. So well done to Callaway. So moving on, we have Medusa. And so Master Vader and I decided to give this one a score of 13. And this was because it doesn't really have much of a Christmas element to it. And I guess it is really hard to make a design when you're at that much of a low level. And so you haven't really got many resources with a limited amount of cash. To be fair, they have really scraped together something pretty nice, considering the lack of resources, and I can understand how it can be hard at that level in the game. But overall, I think it's a really good attempt, and I do appreciate you having a try. And yeah, I really hope that once your town is more developed, then you'll have a much better chance of winning the design competitions in the future. So there you go. Overall, really nice job well done. And yeah, it's a nice little area. Love the little trees around, and yeah, a bit of a scene coming together there. But perhaps it just needed a bit more Christmas content, and it doesn't perhaps feel Christmassy enough for it to get a high score. So that was that. And so I'm actually gonna be stopping for here now because I need to wait for Master Vader to give me the results for the other two designs. But I'm going to be right back. Next one that was sent in was from, I believe it was Robkey, or Ruckby, sorry. Yes. And so Master Vader and I decided to give this design a collective score of 16.5. And so this was purely because some really creative things going on, especially with the Santa's Castle, and that area behind the Santa's Castle as well is something that we both have never seen in a town before. So overall, really, really good. And yeah, even the entrance to the Santa's Castle is really nice as well. I think in the design in the top left, what maybe perhaps lets it down a little bit is the fact that the road is maybe the boundary of this little area, but it is a kind of more city central area instead of a kind of separated area which is not part of, just kind of further away from the centre of town. And then the design in the bottom left is kind of a more rural, remote Christmas design, which I really, really like, with the igloos and everything, and the ice blocks, which is very cool. I really like that, and also the pagan winter carnival area with the dirt and the nativity scene, and the more, again, another rural design with a really nice boundary on that one. So overall, another really, really great lot of designs. Really great job. So thank you to Ruckby for sending that one in. And so we are going to be moving on to the last one, which is from Flapple. So this honestly is a very, very good one because I mean this really absolutely tons of great Christmas content in this one, and yeah, the candy cane walls, that's just amazing, and yeah, all these different sections. and everything, all with boundaries, and I love the cobblestone road connecting all of the designs together. And they've even managed to create a lovely Christmas residential area with the Christmas facades and everything, which just looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, really happy with this one. I absolutely love it. And yeah, so Master Vader and I actually decided to give this one a score of 17.4. Yes, so obviously, yeah, it's a really close one. So that means that the actual winners of the competition, the winner for 3,000 donuts is Callaway, 17.7, and the runner-up is Flapple with a score of 17.4. And this competition was very close, and there were some great designs, and it was really hard to judge. And honestly, this is why it got delayed by 1 or 2 days, because Master Vader and I had a real hard job of judging these ones. And so I'm going to go over to Callaway's design, who was the winner. So there we go. That's the winner. Yeah, so I do apologise to those people who did lose, and perhaps maybe were a low level. But I hope that you all had fun in the competition, and hopefully for the other major events, we'll have some more design competitions in the future to look forward to. So that is sadly going to bring me to the end of this video, but I'd like to remind you, if you like it around here, to become a member of the ElloArfur Crew to get some awesome perks for just £3 a month. It would also be amazing if you could check out the Discord server, where you can get involved with competitions and loads of other stuff, and an awesome community of people. And it would also be amazing if you could hit the like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and goodbye.